ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीमभयदां जाढ्यान्तकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां च ददतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदा। शृङ्गक्ष्मा बृन्निवासे सुखमुखमुनिभिः सेव्यमानाङ्घ्रिपद्मे स्वाङ्गच्छाया विधूतामृतकरसुरराड्वाहने वाक्सवित्री शम्भो श्रीनाथमुख्यामरवरनिकरैर्मोदतः पूज्यमाने विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्। Hari Om. Today we'll see verse 6 and verse 7. मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या पूजितं जातु भक्त्या मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या गातुं नैवाहमीशे गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसः त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः मूके सेवाविहीने अपि अनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भके अम्ब एव कृत्वा मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भकेऽम्बेव कृत्वा मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भकेऽम्बेव कृत्वा विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भकीम्बेव कृत्वा मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भकीम्बेव कृत्वा विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणामर्भकीम्बेव कृत्वा विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीः वितरशुभकरीः नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीर्नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीर्नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छाम् वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छाम् अपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने विद्यातीर्थादियोगी विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरोज जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरो जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरो जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीर्नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीर्नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरो जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरो जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् शान्त्याध्यासम्पदो मे वितर शुभकरीर्नित्य तद्भिन्नबोधम् वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलय श्रीशिवा सेव्यमाने विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरो जातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम् विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्. We'll see the meaning of the 6th verse first. In this 6th verse, the composer relates to those who are weak spiritually or relating to in the past when he has not done this sadhana in the right way or not done it with the right intention, right bhava. So he asks Devi for Devi's forgiveness for all this time where sadhana was not performed in the right way or not done in that elaborate manner. He says, Mataha Tvat Pada Padmam. O mother, at your lotus feet, I request for forgiveness. Because I did not practice these pujas in such way. Mataha Tvat Pada Padmam na vivida kusumai pujitam jatu bhaktya. I did not offer puja with all of these varieties of flowers. Na vivida kusumai, all these different types of flowers, I did not offer puja to you, nor with the maybe not done with the right type of bhakti, the right type of devotion. And he specifically refers to Devi as mother here, Mataha, because mothers are the most compassionate, most forgiving. They have infinite compassion for the child. No matter what the child does, they don't want to punish them. They don't want to see them suffer. So they're always very forgiving. So he asks Devi, as mother, you are my mother, and please forgive me for having done anything wrong in the way that I have offered this puja to you. Gatum naiva hamishe. I am not even capable of singing your glories. The Devi herself is of the nature of the infinite. Devi herself cannot be described. She's indescribable by nature. So how can I sing of her glories? So he's saying that I'm not capable of even singing your glories through these divine hymns. Tvagunan divya padyaihi. Gatum naiva hamishe. I cannot sing your glories through these divine hymns. Muke seva vihine. Moreover, I am mukaha. I am dumb, not able to speak. And I have not performed any great service here. So he is over-exaggerating to emphasize that the sadhana, the quality of sadhana that was performed in the past was not of the right quality, or it was done very mechanically. It was done without the right bhava. And he's further exaggerating this in order to seek forgiveness from Devi so that sadhana can be performed in a better way now that he is knowing how to perform it in the right way. Jada matiralasas twadgunan divya padyehi. The twadgunan divya padyehi we already saw. Jada matiralasas, that I am jada, I am dull-witted, and I am lazy. Alasaha, I am lazy. So more he's exaggerating his own nature, that he's been unable to perform sadhana in this way because of all of these qualities, because of the lack of strength in being able to perform this sadhana in his own personality, in his own spirituality desire. Yet he says, Api anupama karuna, still you have this incomparable compassion, O Devi. Arbha ke amba eva krutva. O mother, Amba, he says again, O mother, please have mercy on me, please forgive me, please bless me, because you have this infinite compassion. So for any mistakes that I have done in my sadhana in the past, for any way that I have not done enough to offer to you, and not done in the most elaborate way, please forgive me and give me the opportunity, now that I know how to perform this sadhana for you, give me the opportunity to perform this sadhana towards you. There's never a right time to start our sadhana. When we have that desire to start sadhana, when we have the desire to worship Bhagwan, Bhagavati, we should start. There's no right time that we should start. When that desire comes, then itself we should start. And he's asking for forgiveness if anything was done wrong. And now please bless me that I may be able to perform this sadhana. I may have the strength to do it, and I may be able to offer it to you in the most divine way, in the way with the most bhava, the most bhakti, in order to offer this sadhana to you. This we see is verse 6. We'll go ahead and chant this verse together. मातस्त्वत्पादपद्मं न विविधकुसुमैः पूजितं जातु भक्त्या गातुं नैवाहमीशे जडमतिरलसस्त्वद्गुणान् दिव्यपद्यैः मूके सेवाविहीनेऽप्यनुपमकरुणाम् अर्भकेऽम्बेव कृत्वा विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्. Now we'll see verse 7. Verse 7 leads off of verse 5. In verse 5, the author had asked for the strong conviction, the strong determination in the performance of duties. Now, when duties are performed with that offering of worship towards the Lord, with that bhava of nishkama bhava, that offering done as karma yoga, then it comes to purify the mind. And this purification of mind prepares one to be available for knowledge. It prepares the mind for knowledge. So now, having asked for the purification of mind and the means to get the purification of mind, the author asks for the sadhana chatushtaya that is required for knowledge. We saw that only knowledge can remove ignorance. Ignorance of my true nature can only be removed by knowledge. Aviroditaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet. Vidya vidyam nihantyeva tejas timira sangavata. If we imagine a room that is dark, that darkness, no matter how much we try to sweep it out of the room, it will not be removed. It can only be removed by light. And as soon as that light is turned on in that room, the darkness will disappear. That light will take over. So no action can remove this ignorance. No action can remove darkness. Only light can remove darkness. No action can remove ignorance. Actions can only produce a finite result. No action can remove the ignorance that has been there. So action being unopposed to ignorance cannot remove this ignorance. Only knowledge that is opposed to this ignorance can remove ignorance. So he asks for the sadhana chatushtaya that will prepare him for knowledge. The sadhana chatushtaya, that are the initial requirements, the qualifications for knowledge. Just like for any job that one is applying for, there are certain requirements that one must have. In the same way, the sadhana chatushtaya are like the adhikaritva. They are the requirements that one needs in order to seek this knowledge. And without this adhikaritva, without these qualifications that make a student fit to receive this knowledge, the knowledge will not be properly understood. And if it is received, it may not be properly absorbed. It may not be properly digested in one's mind so that one can come to live this knowledge. So this is the reasoning, why the sadhana chatushtaya is necessary for one who is seeking knowledge. So we'll see these fourfold qualifications, these sadhana chatushtaya we know from study of Vedanta, but we'll see how they are described also in this stotram. So first, we'll go in the order that we understand sadhana chatushtaya, we know sadhana chatushtaya as, and it's slightly different than what is shown in the stotram. So that we will see as we are going. First we see nitya tad bhinna bodham, that is viveka. Viveka here, we saw before, Viveka Shakti is the ability to discriminate. Viveka Shakti, the ability to discriminate that which is right from wrong, dharma versus adharma. But here specifically, we see discrimination in that which is nitya anitya. Nitya anitya vastu viveka. That which is real and that which is unreal. By real here we mean Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. That Brahman alone is real and everything of the world is just a false superimposition upon it. It is Mithya. So the firm conviction that Brahman alone is real and everything of the world is unreal is this Viveka. And being able to discriminate, being able to see that which is the reality versus that which is a falsity upon it, is that strength, that ability to discriminate it grows with more exposure to satsang. The more that we are exposed to satsang, the more that the guidance of the shastras are revealed to us, the more that we will be able to see this reality and not fall for the delusionary falsities of the world. So our viveka grows with satsang. Binu satsanga viveka na hoi, Rama kripa binu sulabha na soi. Without the grace of the Lord, we will not be led to satsang. We will not have this ability to discriminate. Then we see vairagyam. Vairagya is the dispassion, the detachment from worldly pleasures, all that is seen as false. When we have that firm viveka, that there is nothing in the world that is real, that we understand how to discriminate between real and unreal, then we get naturally detached from that which is unreal. That which is of the worldly pleasures, we naturally sway away from them, realizing that none of them are containing long-lasting happiness. None of it is actually lasting for eternally. That everything is only finite in the worldly objects. So as this viveka grows, as the conviction grows more and more strong, then our vairagya also starts to grow and we turn away from the world. So this viveka grows with more satsang we saw and more reflection upon the worldly objects, seeing that these have all these dosha, noticing that these have all these falsities in them, noticing the changing nature of everything in the world. When we start to notice that, then our vairagya also starts to fructify. But if our conviction is weak, if we are not able to see, if we have any inkling that there is happiness in the world of objects, then our vairagya will not fruit. So to strengthen our vairagya, we must reflect on the anityatva, the ephemerality of finite objects, the ephemerality of worldly objects, constantly reminding ourselves that they are not long-lasting, that they are changing. They are going through all these shadvikara. The body goes through all these different stages. And everything of the world, it has a birth and it has a death. It has a state of decay. So thus, it naturally cannot be of infinite nature. So to strengthen vairagya, we must reflect on this. Then we must reflect on the dukkhatva nature of the finite world. That everything in the finite world has something that mixed with sorrow. It may be that it has a slight temporary experience of joy, but that temporary experience of joy is like visha samprikta madhu. It is like nectar that is mixed with poison. That it gives a short-lived experience of joy, but it leaves one with this aftertaste of poison, no matter what. So the joy from sense objects, the joy from worldly pleasures is only in our imagination. It is only a short-lived, ephemeral bit of nectar that is mixed with poison. So reflecting on these two things, the anityatva and the dukkhatva nature of the outside world, of the finite world of objects, our vairagya will fructify, our vairagya will grow. And as we know the consequences of being attached to the world, we will naturally become detached from it. We'll naturally continue to disengage further. For example, one who knows that eating more and more sugar will lead to diabetes, when they have an experience of seeing that in someone else, then they will also sway away from consuming lots of sugar. They will also turn away from that. So knowing the consequences of what the attachment towards the world what it will cause. When we think about dhyayato vishayan pumsaha and everything along with that of the ladder of fall, when we think, then we also know to turn away from it. We naturally start to detach from all the worldly objects, not to get the mind lost in thoughts of the finite world. And every raga in our mind, every attachment in our mind takes up our mental energy. So vairagya, when we have this vairagya, it frees the mind. It allows the mind to focus on sadhana. It allows the mind to disengage from the attachments of the world. And for one who has this bliss of vairagya, there's that bliss they experience is incomparable to any worldly vishaya, any temporary joy that we experience. So this is vairagya. Then after vairagya, we see shantyadhya sampado me vitara shubhakarir. Vitara shubhakarihi. May you please bestow upon me the shamadhi sadhana sampatti. Now, all of these qualifications, in order to develop them, we can only, we learn that more and more exposure to satsang. As the chitta shuddhi grows, then we'll have more exposure to satsang. That will help viveka, and all of these will come along. But everything, Bhagwan's grace is needed. So he asks, may you please bestow upon me these sixfold qualities. Shantyadhya sampado me. They begin with shanti. Shanti being shamaha. Shamaha, we see, is control of mind. Control of mind. Then damaha, control of senses. Uparamaha, the withdrawal from unnecessary engagements in the world. Titiksha, the forbearance, the ability to bear the various challenges in life, bear the various ups and downs in life. Shraddha. Shraddha we discussed already. The faith that is necessary in order to follow the guidance of Guru. So faith in Guru, faith in Shastra, which guides us on the path, and faith in the Lord, faith in Bhagwan. And samadhanam. Samadhanam is single-pointed focus, that when all these other five are there, then samadhanam also comes. So these are the sixfold wealth of qualities that bring auspiciousness. Shubhakarihi. They bring auspiciousness. Please bless me with these. Why do they bring auspiciousness? Because when we get these qualities, then we are able to grow in our spiritual evolution. We're able to focus our mind better. When we have control of mind, we can focus on the sadhana that needs to be done. Control of senses, nothing will distract us. Uparama, naturally we can withdraw from any unnecessary engagements. So all of these sixfold qualities, they help us progress in our spiritual path. So please bless me that I may have these. But these can only bear fruit for one who has that vairagya, that intense vairagya. Only then will these be effectual. Vairagyam cha mumukshutvam tivram yasya tu vidyate tasmin evartavantasyuhu halavantashamadayah. Only for one who has this vairagya and tivra mumukshutva, the strong desire for liberation, will these shamadhi shatka sampatti, will they come to bear fruit. Else they're ineffectual. These values are not guiding us in the path. And now what is the last one? Mumukshutvam. Moksha, in the stotram it says, moksha vancham api, that desire for liberation, mumukshutvam. Moksho me bhuyad iti ichha, the burning desire to be free of all bondages. Moksha, the definition is atyantika dukkha nivritti paramananda prapti, the complete cessation of sorrow, atyantika dukkha nivritti, and paramananda prapti, the attainment of that paramananda, that highest bliss. As long as the feeling that I am a jiva, I am an individual, I am identified with this body, mind, and intellect, as long as that is present, then sorrow cannot be avoided. So moksha is that desire for the complete cessation of sorrow, all of the sorrow to be removed, which means that jiva bhava, the jiva nature, the identification as an individual also disappears. And the attainment of the highest bliss, that is naturally attained when the sorrow is completely ceased. When this individuality is ceased, then one comes to naturally experience this highest bliss. So the desire is thus to be freed of all bondages towards one's body, mind, and intellect, towards the world, all attachments towards the world. So for this mumukshutvam to be strong, for the desire to be freed of all these bondages, recognizing that I am bound, and the strong desire to be freed, that comes from vairagya, that only when that vairagya is strong will that mumukshutvam be strong. So vairagya, we see, is the key factor for our spiritual evolution. So these are the fourfold qualifications that we saw. Viveka, vairagya, then shamadhi shatka sampatti. These are the sixfold well, and the fourth one is mumukshutvam. Laghu kalaya, may you give me quickly. May you bless me with these quickly. Because I want to continue to grow in my spiritual evolution. I don't want to wait. He's been saying, Sattvaram dehi mahyam, please bless me with these quickly so that I may reach you in this life. Laghu kalaya, please bless me with these quickly. Shri Shiva sevyamane, O Devi, who is worshipped, who is done seva towards by Lakshmi and Parvati. Previously we saw she is worshipped by Bhagavan Shiva and Bhagavan Vishnu. Now we see their consorts. Lakshmi is represented by Shrihi. And Shiva is Parvati. Knowledge that Saraswati Mata has, is the Devi of, is needed for both wealth and health. So they also, Lakshmi Devi and Parvati Devi, also come to worship Saraswati Mata. Shri Shiva Sevyamani, O Devi, who is worshipped by these two. Vidya Tirtadi Yogi Pravara Karasaro Jata Sampujitangre. And she is worshipped by the lotus hands of great acharyas like Vidyatirtha, who have adorned the Sringeri Pitha. So please bless me with these qualities so that I may come to seek knowledge, I may come to seek you, and like you have blessed all these great acharyas who have come to worship you. So this we see, the 7th verse is especially requesting for the author is requesting for these sadhana chatushtaya that is needed in order to seek knowledge, in order to approach the guru. It is the requirements that make one fit to receive this knowledge from guru. So if we are to ask for sadhana chatushtaya from anyone, we can only ask from Bhagavan, because it is by Bhagavan's grace that we are led to satsang, can grow in our spiritual evolution. So we ask Bhagavan, please strengthen my viveka, strengthen my vairagya, so that I may have all these qualities, and my desire for liberation, my desire for being free of all these bondages may continue to grow, that I may continue to progress in my spiritual evolution. We'll chant this 7th verse together. शान्त्याद्या सम्पदो मे वितरशुभकरीर्नित्यतद्भिन्नबोधम् वैराग्यं मोक्षवाञ्छामपि लघुकलयः श्रीशिवासेव्यमाने विद्यातीर्थादियोगी प्रवरकरसरोजातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।